The Titans bolstered up their secondary in free agency, but they did not stop there. The Titans added another talent in the 5th round of this year's draft when they drafted cornerback Jarvis Brownlee out of Louisville. Hey, how we doing, Titans fans? Thanks for tuning in. Let's get right into Jarvis Brownlee. But before we do that, I wanted to remind you guys that when the Tennessee Titans traded Kevin Byard to the Philadelphia Eagles last year, they traded for Terrell Edmunds, who is now a free agent, and he's no longer on the Titans, a 2024 5th round pick, and a 2024 6th round pick. The 6th round pick, I've already done the video on him. That was Jaquan Jackson, wide receiver out of Tulane. Now, the 2024 5th round pick is the guy we're talking about right now, Jarvis Brownlee out of Louisville. Now, Jarvis, he's 5'10", 194 pounds. He ran the 40 in 4.54 seconds. Now, his strengths here are his toughness, his press coverage, and he's a physical player. He excels in run support, and he will stick his head down and make a tackle. He's a smart football player, and he has good special teams value as well. In his last year of college football, he had 30 tackles. One of those was for a loss, 1 interception, 1 fumble recovery, and 6 pass deflections, and he did that in 11 games. He was limited in the final few games in college due to a foot injury that he battled through, and it just kind of shows again his toughness that I mentioned before. Now, he's not the biggest corner because, like I said, he's 5'10", but he's tough, and he plays very aggressive. He isn't the fastest guy as far as top-end speed goes, but he can accelerate really quick and plant his foot and close in on a wide receiver. Those would be his biggest knocks, by the way, the size and the speed. But if you watch this guy on film, he has closing quickness, like I said before. He's ultra aggressive, and he's super competitive. He kind of reminds me of a guy that doesn't test well at the combine. People would say he didn't run a fast 40, isn't a fast guy. But he's just a football player, and he has high IQ, high football IQ, great work ethic, and competitiveness that will propel him to do good things in the NFL. And like I said, he just looks different on tape when you put the film on. He plays a little faster than you think he would due to his 40. So when he has the knock for the speed, which, 4.54 isn't slow, but I mean, I guess you want all your corners running 4.4 to keep up with these fast wide receivers, but it's not like he's a slow guy. So, one of the reports of him coming out of college was he wasn't the fastest guy, but I don't know. You watch it on tape and he closes quick, but I don't think he has that top speed. But he has the endurance and he has the short quickness. But I wouldn't consider him slow. So that was a knock of his coming out of college. Now, I do say it's safe to say he will definitely at least be a special teams contributor at the very least. Right now, he'd be number 6 on the depth chart at corner behind Snead, Cheeto, McCreary, Farley, and Garror. It's safe to say he won't beat out Snead, Cheeto, and McCreary, but he could pass Farley and Eric Garror there. He really could. He projects to be a nickel corner and could play behind McCreary. Because I do think McCreary, obviously, he's going to be our starting nickel corner. He's going to be our slot corner for sure. I'm not sure if we're going to see him on the outside or not, but he did play on the outside in college, and I wouldn't rule it out at all. He has noted that he's super upset about where he was taken in the draft, so I hope this guy continues with that chip on his shoulder. I think this will only drive that high work ethic that he already has and that ultra competitiveness that he already has. Really curious to see how this guy fits into the secondary. Obviously the Titans declined their 5th-year option on Caleb Farley, which is, we all figured that was going to happen. The guy had a tragedy last offseason where he lost his father in the house explosion. And then, he battled injuries in the first 2 years too. And here we are, year 4, and I think Farley's played, around 10 games or less? Somewhere around that. Not a full season worth of games yet. And just can't stay healthy, had a tragedy off the field. We don't know what we're going to see out of him. Eric Aurora, we don't know what we're going to see out of him either. I was kind of high on him at some points last year, and then other times he just get burned. And, you know, he's up and down. There's a chance that maybe he slides in at number 4. Who knows? This guy, he's competitive. He's pissed about where he got drafted. He has high football IQ. And I don't think he's as slow as people say he is. You turn on the tape, I don't see him as being a slow corner. It's not one of the things that would stick out to me. I mean, he drew some penalties when he got beat deep, but, you know, so I guess he doesn't have the top end speed, like I said before, but he has that short area quickness. He can close quick. But I wouldn't call him slow at all. He can jam, and that's Titans' philosophy, I think, this year in the secondary. If you can't tell, we're drafting physical, shutdown, lockdown corners, and I love that. Give those big men like Jeff Simmons and Sweat now, give them some time, and Landry to get after the quarterback. I love it. Secondary and the pass rush are going to go hand in hand and be best friends. Can't wait to see the defense. Can't wait to see how this guy shakes out. Guys, let me know what you think down below. Where do you see him fitting in? Do you see him at cornerback 4? Do you see him at 6? Did he not make the team? What do you guys think? Let me know down below. And as always, tighten up.